the propitious or unpropitious timing. The FAA was in the crosshairs of DOGE. Elon Musk today brought the boys from SpaceX. I assume that they're all boys. I don't know. There may have been. I haven't seen many female Dogers yet, but they brought the team from DOGE over to the FAA to start rooting around over there. There have been some firings. We had the horrible crash in the Potomac. We had the crash in Philadelphia. Now we've got this. What's the context that this provides as they do this work? I'm sure Democrats are going to say it's your fault, and I'm sure that the Republicans are going to say it's a problem that pre-exists and we're going to try to fix it.
That's exactly what you're hearing. I mean, you're even hearing former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who's likely going to run for Senate in Michigan, talking about this, already pointing the fingers.
Do you think he's going to do it?
I mean, it seems like all signs are pointing in that direction.
He's going to just scoot right over from Indiana right up to Michigan?
I mean, he moved to Michigan, that's somewhat of a giveaway. But look, I mean, you have Democrats already, and I hate to use this cliche, pouncing on this, trying to use this, as a way to attack DOGE. Because look, this is the only thing really we're seeing Democrats coalesce on. DOGE and Elon Musk have proven to be unifying factors for Democrats. And my colleague at the Hill, Alex Bolton, has some good reporting on about how DOGE, in some ways in the Senate, is dividing Republicans. There are some Republicans who are very concerned about the speed at which Elon Musk is moving, how this could impact their constituents at home in their districts where there are a lot of federal workers. I think a lot of Republicans I've spoken to say we don't have an issue with DOGE itself. The concept, the strategy makes sense, but they don't like how it's been executed. They think it's been haphazard. Not every Republican feels that way, but there is that concern.
Well, one man's pork is another person's necessary appropriation, right? Right. So when they say we're going to get the waste out of government, what they mean is the money that other people want. The money that's spent on me is not waste. It's their money that's waste. And when you do, I think the test case of USAID was a lot easier for them because there are very few jobs, relatively speaking, in the United States. And there are farmers that sell grain to USAID. And not to say that there are no impacts, no effects domestically, but they're minimal. Now, as they move into these other areas, it gets harder from here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, with farmers and USAID, I am, curious as to see how that impacts rural voters. And, it's interesting. I cover Virginia politics a lot, and Virginia is home to a large swath of the federal workforce.
And they're having an election
this year. They're having an election this year, absolutely. But there also are other communities outside of outside of Virginia. The majority of the federal workforce actually is outside of that area. So going into 2026, this is going to be interesting.
Julie Manchester, you will keep us appraised, I know, because you're good like that.